In today's class, we are going to discuss about communication networks used for making data acquisition systems interconnected with each other. A network communication used for communication is a structured system of interconnected nodes which includes computers, devices, and other people, allows them to exchange information, data, or message. So, for making data available for public use, we can make use of this communication networks. So these networks facilitate data sharing, hardware sharing, and software access using components like cables and routers. So it provides the information about the uh, access providing ability through networks where a person can take over or handle the hardware without being there inside the particular place. It is facilitated by either wired or wireless way of making device communication, and it involves in the topologies, which are popularly used topologies used for establishing network communication. A network combines physical components. Of course, these components include cables, servers, and workstations, and it also includes logical or software components like protocols. So by combining these two appropriately, we can make use of a networking. It is provided in the ISO OSI layers, which includes 7 layers that that is for software based components and hardware based components. So it forms a network, and the key challenges in modern network involve data traffic and cybersecurity threats regarding the data privacy. That all we know, uh, if a city is handling a network, then the end users want the number of end users will be more, and the data traffic will also be more. For handling such a complex or complicated way of making networks, we go for different types of networks. So the types of network includes LAN, which is a local area network, WAN, which is a wide area network, MAN, which is a metropolitan area network, and wireless network. Okay, so LAN is nothing but usually used networking type, which is for small areas. If it is a wide area or it is covering the larger area, then it is termed as WAN. And if it is exclusively for some cities, then it is metropolitan area networks. And without any wired kind of connectivity, we call it those things as wireless LAN, wireless network. So common network topologies. These topologies ensures how the connections are made between device to device. This we already know in the network topology. So these topologies are widely used in networking. And coming to the network types, there are five major types of communication networks, which are termed as vertical network. It is a way of connecting two devices, and these two devices acts as a supervisor and subordinate. Whenever it is required, it will make a communication request, and it is served accordingly. So if two devices are there, then it is vertical network, and wheel network is nothing but a formation where we are making one node is connected to other nodes, and the data can be shared with this one node A by other nodes. So that is wheel. And for chain networks, these device nodes are connected in a form of a circular shape where data is being transferred and feedbacks is being shared as per the requirements. And a circle, so that is a chain-based network, is nothing but a chain which is connected in this fashion. So a device node will be connected to a chain of other processes. So serial connection is being established in the chain network. And finally, star network is nothing but one node, the similar kind of wheel, but here in extra, all the nodes can communicate with each other, and that is ensured by the star network, which is the high level communication where each member can connect with each other appropriately. And coming to LAN, the types of network, first network is local area network. This is usually what we are seeing. The entire network requires a switch, and the switch is really connected to the router, and this switch will serve the connection to devices and computers, and appropriate connection will be established through wired things. So it is a high-speed network that connects these devices, and the common uh, components used for this kind of lane is either wired or wireless kind of lanes. And the characteristics of lane is limited. It is limited to a single building or uh, a campus within 2 kilometers. Okay, so that is why it is termed as a small area network, and it ensures high speed transfer of data, which is in the range of 100 to 100 Mbps. Okay, uh, megabits per second. Of course, it can be extended with the appropriate infrastructure facilities. Here, private ownership highly depends on this lane, where smaller organizations, uh, buildings where the particular network is being established means, then we go for. And types of LAN, it includes wired and wireless, as we mentioned earlier. It also includes virtual LAN. So, in wired and wireless, we already discussed. What about virtual LAN, which is nothing but a logical network which is created either um, wired or wireless, and different places that it may be in different places, but grouped together using network settings. VLANs are often used in office, separate users or departments of better control. Okay, so it is a lane which is established as per our requirement. It can be um, temporary lane, so to say. So it cannot be uh, made as a permanent connection. If it is required, that is made, or else it will be left. So it is a virtual lane. And coming to wide area network, it is another widely used networking topology or networking type, where large scale networks that spans it spans vast covers vast distance, and multiple smaller networks have been merged together. See, this WAN is connected to lot of smaller lanes as well as uh, other devices, and it mainly uses fiber optic cables for high speed connectivity, and it also uses 5G or 4G kind of high speed data transfer abilities in wireless. And this is termed as a network of networks, because it smaller networks are connected by this small larger network vein. And it is characterized as it is a massive coverage, where it covers large geographical area which is surpassing the limits of single building or a campus. So it is having wider range of use, and it is having a lower speed when connected compared to lane. So lanes often goes for 100 Gbps often for high speed connectivity, but typically in our WAN it is limited to 1 Gbps, uh, and public infrastructure often relies on telecommunication circuits used to provide from providers rather than privately owned cables. So components of LAN, which includes routers, communication links, and modems. So if you have a modem, you can make communication establishment, or if you have communication links through cables, you can make establishments. And if it is having a router which connect LAN to WAN, then also you can make establishment of as per using WAN. And finally, MAN is the intermediate structure between a LAN and WAN. So it is termed as a metropolitan area network, where uh, single, that is offices, campuses, and government buildings. Of course, residential areas were being served by the use of this metropolitan area network, which also provide high-speed network that connects multi-local area networks, multiple lanes with a high-speed network. Of course, it covers uh, 50 kilometers radius, where lane is limited to 2 kilometers. It is 50 kilometers, which will be more when compared to lane. So it is an intermediate which provides both distance coverage as well as high-speed network connectivity, and it uses often fiber optics for high-speed network. And characteristic about the characteristics, its scope, as we mentioned, it is between LAN and WAN, and its infrastructure uses optical cables mostly, and ownership is owned by a consortium of users or a single network providers. So that is why main is getting its own privacy and flexibility, and its speed provides faster data communication rate compared to traditional. And finally, wireless networks is the one which is an alternate for wired networks. It is a network that uses radio waves rather than physical cables to connect devices. And operating privacy, it is through routers and access points. So a term called access point is used here, where wireless network highly depending on these kind of things, which is standardized by a IEEE standard termed as 802.11. And these networks provides mobility, flexibility for houses and public spaces, where you can move from one place to other while using the network. And of course, for characterizing this wireless network, it uses electromagnetic waves, which is nothing but the radio signals, which have longer range of connectivity and communication ability. And wireless access points, like termed as WAP, or router connected wireless devices, are the two kinds of representations. With its types involves, it is available as a LAN, wireless LAN. It is available as a wireless WAN, and of course wireless PAN. PAN is nothing but the personal area network, where it is very short range and it uses Bluetooth for making communication establishment. And these standards are that is the ability of these kind of wireless networks are standardized, and it is provided as a certification through 802.11 AC and 802.11 AX, which offers high speed, that is, which ensures a high speed assurance. And these things are termed as Wi-Fi 5 and Wi-Fi 6, which we are using in day-to-day life. And finally, WLAN is nothing but the wireless LAN, which is a kind of a LAN which utilizes wireless things. So it combines the LAN's advantage with the wireless abilities also for improving the mobility. So it is a network which allows device to connect and communicate wirelessly within a limited area, okay, which is provided mobility and multiple device connectivity without cables, which we are already mentioned, and an access point that we are mentioning, which is the most important thing in any wireless network. It is connecting the WAN to wired networks, so allowing the clients to communicate through wireless adapters. So these adapters are nothing but the access points which will ensure the data connectivity between wired and wireless networks. So the coverage of this AP typically spans within a building or within a campus, which provides high-speed communication for the devices like mobiles, laptops, desktops, and of course IoT devices. And each standard is termed as a Wi-Fi standard, termed as IEEE 802.11. And the of setup of an AI is affordable and quick, and it can move freely within a covered area without losing the connectivity. And this is the block diagram representation of that access points, where we are supposed to use these kind of lanes most often, where the station is available in our mobile as a mobile or as a laptop or as IoT device. And whenever if you want to make an establishment, an access point will make a communication, and this access point is the basic service set BSS, and these kind of BSS will have an connectivity, and it also makes connection to wired lanes and internet, and this setup makes the entire wireless things possible, because our devices will not have any wired way of communication. So it includes both wire as well as radio frequency based connectivity, and that is the way. There are a lot of communication networks available around us, which ensures the usage of data between device to device. Thank you.